Imagine growing up in the middle of a war zone, gangs on the corners, helicopters in the sky, and police sirens as your lullaby. That's where he came from. Not a movie, not a music video. This was South Central Los Angeles. Before the fame, before Hollywood, before anyone dared to say, "Fight the police" into a microphone. There was just a quiet, intelligent boy named O'Shea Jackson. But the world would soon know him as Ice Cube. Born on June 15, 1969 in South Central Los Angeles, O'Shea Jackson came into a world that demanded toughness, resilience, and grit. His environment was tough, not the kind you could escape from, but the kind that shaped you. His father, a groundskeeper at UCLA, and his mother, a hospital clerk, worked hard to provide structure and values. Though life outside his door was loud with sirens, street politics, and fear, inside his home there was a sense of order. That contrast between chaos and control would one day become the heart of his storytelling. Even as a young boy, O'Shea didn't speak much, but he listened, he observed, he wrote. By the age of 14, he was crafting lyrics in his school notebooks, not for popularity or clout, but to understand his world. His rhymes were more than clever. They were layered with frustration, reflection, and resistance. His words cut through noise like a blade. They weren't designed to entertain. They were created to survive, to express, to endure. While other teens played ball or chased dreams of fame, he wrote the kind of verses that would one day define a genre. He attended the Phoenix Institute of Technology, where he studied architectural drafting. He was serious about it, focused. But while his classmates were sketching buildings, Cube was sketching a vision, one that didn't involve blueprints and rulers. His architecture was built in rhyme patterns, street anthems, and cultural rebellion. He didn't see music as an escape route. He saw it as a tool to confront, to awaken, to empower. In those quiet moments between lectures, another foundation was being laid, the beginning of a movement. That movement took form when he linked up with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E to form the infamous N.W.A. But even before the fame and controversy, Cube's mindset was militant. He didn't write to please. He wrote to provoke. His early tracks carried the weight of a community long ignored, long misunderstood. They told the raw truths that the media wouldn't touch and the government wouldn't hear. And as the industry started to notice, so did the nation. Cube wasn't just spitting bars. He was documenting a reality most people were too afraid to face. Before the world knew him as Ice Cube, the rapper, the actor, the producer, he was just O'Shea Jackson, the quiet kid from LA with something to say. N.W.A. and the Compton Shockwave, 131 to 245. Footage, early studio sessions, group photos, Compton streets. In the mid-1980s, Cube connected with future legend Dr. Director together. They brought raw stories to the mic, stories America wasn't ready to hear. Add Eazy-E, MC Ren, DJ Yella, and N.W.A. was born. The raw energy. His lyrics didn't just rhyme, they cut through silence like a siren in the dark. Tracks like Gangsta and Express Yourself weren't just hits, they were declarations. Cube delivered every line with a clarity and confidence that made listeners stop and pay attention. His words were unapologetic, his flow unmatched, and his message impossible to ignore. In a group filled with talent, it was often his verses that hit the hardest and lingered the longest. But with success came shadows. As N.W.A. While others soaked in the spotlight, distracted by fame and fast rewards, Cube stayed grounded and cautious. He read the fine print, studied the paperwork, and asked the questions no one wanted to face. It wasn't just about money, it was about principle. He left the machine he helped build, not out of pride, but integrity. Ice Cube had become the voice of the voiceless. He wasn't just a rapper anymore, he was a movement. Then, a shift. 1991. Boys and the Hood. Ice Cube as Doughboy. Not an act. A statement. Hollywood had seen rappers try before, but not like this. He brought pain, strength, and authenticity. People listened. doors opened. Then he wrote Friday, a comedy that became a classic. It proved he could make people laugh as easily as he made them think. From there, Barbershop, Are We There Yet? Ride Along. Each role expanded his empire. But Ice Cube wasn't just acting. He was producing, writing, creating. His company, Cube Vision, handled much of his film work. In 2017, he founded the Big Three Basketball League, a revolutionary 3-on-3 league for retired NBA players. It wasn't about ego, it was about legacy, music, film, sports, business. Cube turned every platform into a canvas for his message. He stayed true to himself, and because of that, his audience followed. He didn't just adapt to culture, he shaped it. He made space for truth, even when it was uncomfortable. And whether spitting rhymes or pitching film scripts, his core never changed. Cube stood firm, Cube spoke loud, Cube made it clear. Authenticity matters more than popularity. He didn't chase trends. He became one. He didn't ask for permission. He took his shot. Ice Cube, ruthless, relentless, respected, and still unstoppable.